The death penalty is one of the most controversial issues in the country. Just as controversial, the methods of execution. There are 5 different legal methods of execution in the U.S. Human rights activists say that each can cause unnecessary suffering, and each method has been called cruel and unusual. One study found that between 1900 and 2011, about 3% of all U.S. executions were botched, and the rate for lethal injection may be even higher. During a lethal injection, an anesthetic is supposed to put the inmate to sleep. A second drug then causes paralysis, and a final drug stops the prisoner's heart. But it doesn't always go by the book, and sometimes the drugs are administered incorrectly by the technician. A 2005 study found that 21 of 49 executed prisoners had anesthesia levels consistent with consciousness, meaning they may have been aware of what was happening but unable to express pain. Then there's the electric chair. 500 to 2,000 volts are sent through the inmate's body. If after 30 seconds he or she is still alive, the process is repeated. A Supreme Court justice once described electrocutions as extremely violent. Witnesses have seen inmates vomiting blood, they've smelled burning skin, and occasionally the body actually catches on fire. When the gas chamber was introduced in the 1920s, it was intended to be a more humane alternative. Inmates are instructed to inhale deeply when they get in so that they die more quickly, but witnesses have reported seeing inmates hold their breath and then choking or gagging for several minutes. Hanging is the most common execution method worldwide. In theory, when the inmate drops, the neck breaks and death is instantaneous. But if the rope is too long or too short, the inmate will asphyxiate or die from a lack of oxygen. There are also reports of firing squad executions going wrong. Typically, 5 shooters load 30 caliber rifles and aim for the heart, but if the shooters miss, the inmate can bleed out slowly. It reportedly took 27 minutes before one inmate died. Some death penalty advocates say the guillotine, which is not used in the U.S., is the most effective and the least painful method of execution. But, as one federal judge wrote in 2014, many think it's inconsistent with our national ethos.